Okay, so as you're sitting on the mat with your legs crossed, you're then going to draw your feet away from you, so your legs are crossed a little deeper, so you're crossing at the shins, not the ankles. Flex the feet, so flex the ankles, so the toes are pointing more forward, and then take your hips back slightly, so the front shin is in line with the front of your mat. Sit up, squeeze your core, and then hinge forward, fingertips down, and slide your fingers away from you. Keep drawing the core in, keep chest lifting, and then you'll get to the point you can't go anymore. Press your fingers down, relax your head, and then draw straight arms, shoulder blades down your back, so pressing down through the fingertips, so you're rolling the front of the hips forward. And then walk your fingertips back, cross the legs the other way, making sure that front shin is parallel, so not hugged in too close to you. Lift up through the chest, squeeze your core, hinge forward, fingertips in front of you, press the fingertips down, roll the hips forward. So you should feel this nice stretch through the side of the hips, the glutes. And then walk your fingertips back, cross your legs, roll over the top of your feet, and then come to stand at the front of the mat. I'm going to go through some deletes. Surya Namaskara from the front of the mat. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down, step back, roll into plank, lower through Chaturanga. So inhale to Cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips into Down Dog. Walk the dog, slowly paddle the heels. And inhaling, up on your toes, bend your knees, come forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale to Down Dog. 3 breaths. Inhaling, coming forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. The Padangusthasana, which is thumb to toe pose. So bend your knees deeply, Bring your tummy onto your thighs. Take your first two fingers and wrap around each big toe. Relax your head down, elbows bent, and bring the arms out to the side a little. Inhale, lift your hips. So it doesn't matter if your legs stay slightly bent, but you're trying to keep your chest, your tummy towards your thighs and not pull through the upper back with straight arms. So keep the arms bent. Inhaling, bend your knees deeply, release your fingers. Now we're going to go Hastasana, which is palm to toe. So you're going to take the back of your hand down to the mat. So you're stepping on your palm, put your toes up to your wrist crease. This is much more the same pose, but much more intense. Give your wrist a little massage. If this is too much, then you'll just do the pose before. This isn't good for wrists. Relax your head down. Keep a little bend in your elbows. Lift your hips. Again, they don't have to come to straight legs. Try to keep the thighs, the chest towards the thighs. And then exhale, release. Release your hands. Hands to hips. Straighten the legs. Squeeze your core and hinging upwards. Opening up through the hamstrings, give the legs a little wiggle. From the front of the mat, standing in mountain. Inhale, lifting the left leg up, step back into a Trikonasana triangle. Right foot points forward, the heel of the front foot in line with the instep of the back foot, which is parallel to the back of the mat. Take your arms wide. So you're facing the side. Let's lift up through the thighs. Take the left hip back. Lift up that right kneecap. Reach, 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 side body long. And then exhale, tip. So we're concentrating on trying to get the shoulders stacked one over the other, rather than getting the hand as low as possible. Lean back. Right buttock rolls under. Keep pulling up through the thighs. Inhale. Coming up. Hands to hips. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Step forward. Going to do twisted triangle. Parivrita Trikonasana. So inhaling, lift the left leg up, step back, but this time it's like warrior one. So your feet are hip distance apart with the left toes 45-degree angle forward. Straighten through the legs, so lift up through the kneecaps, revolve the hips to the front of the mat, which is why our feet are hip distance apart. This is where you can use your block. Stand the block up on the highest level on the outside of your front foot. Hands to hips, lift your chest, squeeze your core. Inhale, left arm up, squeeze your thighs. And imagine you're drawing your shins towards each other. Exhale, left hand to the block. Start to roll the right side of the ribs and shoulder up. That's enough, stay there. If you can, you'll release that top hand. You really need to get length from the tailbone to the crown of the head before you revolve. Then exhale, squeeze the thighs towards each other, right hand to hip. Left hand to hip as you come up, bend the front knee, step forward. The other side. Inhale, right leg steps back into Trikonasana. Lift up through the thighs, arms go wide, right hip back. Pull up through the kneecaps, side body long, so length between the hip crease and the armpit, and then tip. Draw the core in, roll the right side of the ribs up. Reach up through those top fingertips. Feel length through the collarbone. Leaning back, looking up at the top hand. Inhale, coming up. Hands to hips, bend through the left knee, step forward. Twisted triangle, bring the block to the outside of the left foot. In mountain, inhale, right leg steps back. Feet hip distance apart, toes pointing slightly forward, straight legs. Rolling the right side of that hip forward, internal rotation. Inhale, lift your chest, squeeze your core, right arm up. Lift up through the thighs, reaching right hand to the block. Reach the chest forward, squeeze the thighs towards each other, start to stack the shoulders, keep length in the spine. Release the left hand. And squeeze the thighs towards each other. Exhale, look down, left hand to hip. Coming up, bend the front knee, step forward. In the front of the mat, lifting the left leg, step back into side angle stretch, Hastasana, so feet as if in warrior two, sinking through the right knee, bring the block to the inside, and you can choose which level you want it to go on, or even on the floor. Keeping the right knee over the right ankle. You can come to first modification, which is resting the forearm on the thigh, left hand to sacrum, or come to the block. Squeeze the leg into the arm and the arm into the leg. Start to revolve as you sink your hips. Turn the left side of the ribs up, release the top hand up and over. So pay attention, fingertips reaching, palm facing down, and then roll the thumb up. Screw the arm bone into the shoulder socket. Lean back, so you're rolling the rib cage open, looking up under the armpit. Inhale, release the arm down. Come up, step to the front of the mat. Twisted Hastasana. So take, in the front of the mat, you're going to take the left foot back, but as in warrior one, feet hip distance apart, left toes pointing at 45-degree angle. Bend through the right knee. You can bring the block to the outside of the front foot. So bending that knee deeply. Your modification here is to bring the left elbow over the front thigh. So pressing through the back heel, keep the right knee over the right ankle, palms together with the right elbow going up to the ceiling, and then start to press into the palms. So you press through the left arm, start to revolve, squeeze your core, roll the chest open. If you want to come to the next level, it's to really use your right hand to draw the thigh, the arm across the thigh, and then bring your hand down to the block. More, much more intense, stretching through the outer shoulder. And here, you'd reach the arm up and over. Okay, inhale, look down. Exhale, unravel. Step back to the front of the mat. The legs a shake. And other side. Other side. Inhale, lift the right leg, step back. Hastasana, left side, bend through the left knee. And again, either forearm resting. You can come to the block, sweep the top hand up and over, rolling the right rib cage up. Side angle, really feeling the stretch up through the side body, pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Parivrita Hastasana, so the twisted, you can have your block to the outside of the front foot. Inhaling, lift the left leg, step back, warrior one legs, feet hip distance apart, and then bend through the right knee. Wrong side again. And then, oh, we've done this side, haven't we? We've done this side? Yeah, sorry. So it'd be left foot forward, right foot back, sorry. Bend through the left knee. Hinging forward, squeeze your core, bring the right elbow across the left thigh, palms in together. Elbow goes up, pressing the arm into the thigh into the arm, revolving, looking up. Keep the hips sinking, pressing through the back foot. And inhale, look down, exhale, unravel, step back to the front of the mat. Oh, I didn't give you the option of the thinking straight. I've taken the arm deeper, but hopefully you figured that one out. Okay. So we're going to now come into figure four. So we're going to stretch through the hips, the glutes, piriformis. So you're going to have feet hip distance apart. Lift the left leg up, flex at the ankle, bring the left leg across the top of the right knee, bring your hands to your hips. Start to bend through the standing leg, so it's a balance as well. It's all good for ankle strength. And so you're sitting down as much as possible. And stick your bottom out, so tailbone goes up. This might be enough, or you can bring your hands to your shin. Squeeze the core, tailbone goes up, drawing the chest towards the shin. Keep this raised foot flexed, keep the knee safe. If you want to take it deeper, you can have the block in front, hands to the block or fingertips to the floor. Relax your head down, sit down. And then you can start to, if your hands are on the floor, you can straighten the standing leg. Draw your chest towards your shin. And then exhale, bend the knee. Come up, release top foot. Other side. Okay, hands to hips, lifting the left leg up, flexing at the ankle, crossing the right knee and sit down. We were working on balancing poses in class last night, so here we go again. For those of you that were there, bring your hands, if you want to deepen it, hands to the shin, start to really turn the tailbone up. Chest towards shin. If you want to deepen it, hands to the block or the mat. And then if your hands are down, you can straighten the standing leg. Otherwise, inhale, look up, exhale, come up, release the leg, give them a shake, and come to sit. And just for a moment, have your legs out in front of you. Internally rotate the thighs, flex at the ankles. Press the backs of the thighs down, hands just resting on your thighs. Lift up through the chest, relax your shoulders. Gaze is on your toes. Inhale and exhale. Slide your hands down as far as they'll go. If you can hinge forward, really press through the backs of the legs, keeping them down. So if you only get to a certain distance, it doesn't matter. But if you can, keep hinging forward and reach your toes. Take 2 fingers and a thumb around each big toe. Press through the ball of the foot. Relax the arms so elbows bent. Draw your chest towards your shins. Wherever you are, just relax your head and shoulders. Press the backs of the legs down so you're feeling the hamstring, the back body stretched. And then inhale, lifting up, release the hands, slide them back up. Cross-legged. Closing your eyes. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely week.